If you have clicked on this video, I don't think you are just curious. I think you are probably hurting or confused or both. You are still grieving a friendship that ended, but it left a hole. See, this is not a motivational video from any means, but this is a conversation I needed, and maybe you need it too. So, welcome and welcome back to my channel. Most friendships don't end loudly with closure or explanations or, final conversations. They end silently, like very silently, with changed behavior, with distance, or the efforts disappearing slowly. And when something ends abruptly, your mind keeps on looping, asking questions like, was it me? Did I ask for too much? Did I change? Or did they? Most friendship endings usually start with something that looks very harmless on the surface, low effort. And low effort friendships are being romanticized so much, especially on social media, being chill, not talking every day, let things flow. And yes, not talking every day is very normal. We are adult, life happens. But somewhere along the way, low effort got replaced with no effort. And let me be really honest here, no relationship, be it platonic or romantic, survives on zero effort. People who preach about low effort friendships still show up when it matters, like good news, hard days, birthdays. That's not high effort, that's bare minimum, it's just basic presence. And the biggest problem is when low effort is one sided. One person keeps remembering, keeps checking in, keeps trying, and the other person just keeps pulling away, not dramatically, but just passively. And over time, efforts stop feeling like love and more like self abandonment. Your brain does not think like, okay, they are busy. It thinks like, I don't matter here. So eventually, people who are trying say something to, sort things out. But this is where most friendships don't stall, they just explode because it's met with avoidance or defensiveness or a sentence that just shuts everything down. But I did not mean it like that. If somebody is coming to you saying you hurt me, your first question should never be, what did I mean? It should be, what did they experience? Emotionally mature people do not start conversations with defensiveness, they start it by understanding. Understanding what the other person felt. And when accountability is missing, the conversations feel like talking to a wall. You explain, and then you are tired. And you stop trying not because you don't care, because caring keeps costing you. There's this another layer that hurts a lot, an idea that nothing ever changes between real friends. That's not true, that's completely false because people change constantly every day, every minute, every month, every year. I was not the same person I was 6 months back, or a year back, or 2 years back. Friendships can only work if both people can keep updating their understanding of who the other person is now. People in my life have known me for years, but it's like they don't know me anymore. They don't know my mindset today, my values today, or what matters to me now. And whenever I meet them, I feel misjudged, unseen, misaligned, and just alone. It's like I know them, but they don't know me anymore. And that kind of loneliness, it's just brutal. Then there's a part of me who has completely detached from my old identity, and meeting people who can just see the old version of me, it creates pain, like real pain. Because for them, I will forever be that person. And trying to be her again feels like abandoning myself now. What made this clear for me is that I have this friend, I know her from college. We did not speak for a year or two in between, but when we reconnected, we started talking like properly. Like we talk almost every day. And she just left all old perceptions of me, out of the box and welcomed this new version of me with open arms. And that's when I realized people who want to can. And if someone doesn't want to, it does not necessarily mean they are a bad person or something. It's just that you're no longer a priority, or they just don't want to put the effort or energy to know you again. It hurts, but again, it's information. And I have excused this for longest of years, thinking, hey, like, they are busy, they might be going through something, etc. But I am going through a lot right now. The trauma, and I don't want to get into that. The this friend, she's going through so much right now, but yet we are connected because we want to. And this is a thing we don't talk about enough. I value platonic relationships a lot, like a lot. I am like, womanhood, girlfriends, and I want to experience that sisterhood kind of friendship. Like, I am that person, and it's not true for everyone. For me, it's like a friendship ending hurts me as much as a romantic breakup would. But for some people, they will always prioritize their romantic relationship, and friends are just in the background. But I have been in a situation where, no matter how much I was struggling, there was something more important going on with the romantic partner. Like, leave the romantic partner, like, even if I was dying, there was something more important in their life going on, or something more important that, needs their attention. After a point, you just stop asking. And not because you don't need support, because you just already know the answer. And this is how most friendships end, not with big fights or dramatic exist, but just with emotional withdrawal, like quiet distance, lowered expectations. Friendships ending hurt differently because there is no script, there is no closure, and there is no opportunity given to grieve. And what helps is not detachment, it's clarity. Understanding the friendship didn't end because you were too much, it ended just because the effort, the accountability, and the emotional space just went missing. And giving yourself the time to grieve friendships and adjusting the expectations. And not everybody you love can meet you emotionally. Understanding that isn't bitterness, it's maturity. And sometimes distance does not mean punishment, it just means protection. And sometimes moving on just means not abandoning yourself. If a friendship ended quietly or without closure, it does not mean that it was meaningless. It just means it belonged to a version of you that just no longer exists. And outgrowing something does not make you ungrateful, it just means that you're listening to yourself more now. This was the conversation I needed, and I hope you needed it too. Thank you for watching and subscribe. Bye.